Cookie dough and fudge are both some of my very favorite desserts and treats. I made the ultimate dessert when I married the two of them together and made cookie dough fudge. Let me show you how to make it. What is up, you guys? It is Karli here, and you are officially cooking with Karli. This cookie dough fudge recipe was one of my very first viral Pinterest recipes, and thousands of people have made and have loved this recipe. To make this recipe, we have two different parts of the recipe: a cookie dough part that doesn't have eggs, and then our fudge base. For our cookie dough, let's go over our ingredients here. We have mini chocolate chips, some butter, brown sugar, milk, vanilla, salt, and heat-treated flour. The reason why we heat treat the flour is because if you haven't noticed, on the bag of flour, it actually tells us not to eat it raw. So we heat treat it just to make sure we've covered all of our bases. To heat treat your flour, just measure it out into a microwave safe bowl and pop it in your microwave for 1.5 minutes and then allow it to cool before using it. As always, you can find the link with the printable recipe and a ton of details in a blog post in the description below. For our fudge base, we have sweetened condensed milk and white chocolate chips. It is very important though that we use the Ghirardelli brand of white chocolate chips. Not all white chocolate chips are made equal and use the same ingredients. I know that the Ghirardelli white chocolate chips work with this recipe. Before we get started, let's toss these mini chocolate chips into the freezer so they are nice and cold. That way when we fold them into our warm fudge mixture, they won't melt and get all gooey. Let's get to making our cookie dough. The cookie dough is made using the exact same method you would use when making regular cookies. So butter and our sugars will be creamed together first. This is 1/2 cup of butter, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, and 1 cup of, nope, that's definitely a 1/4 cup, not 1 cup. 1/4 cup of regular sugar. I'm going to use my electric hand mixer here and cream these together. Now let's get our liquid in to the cookie dough. We're using 2 tablespoons of milk here and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So in regular cookie dough, this is where you'd add the egg. Since there's no egg in this recipe, we're replacing it with milk because we definitely still need that liquid to make our cookie dough come together correctly. Next, let's add in our flour and salt and mix until it is all combined, and then we will get going on the fudge base. Oh, salt. Don't forget the salt. Because we're using essentially the exact same ingredients as real cookie dough, this cookie dough tastes just like the real thing, except for the fact that it's totally safe to eat because there are no eggs in this recipe. In fact, if you are a cookie dough lover like myself, I actually have over 10 different variations of eggless, totally safe to eat cookie dough recipes on my website, and I'll link those below for you. Our cookie dough here is looking exactly as it should, and if you hold some in your hand and press it, it should stay sticking together. Let's set this aside for now and focus on our fudge base. Like we talked about earlier, our fudge base consists of sweetened condensed milk and 1 cup of Ghirardelli white chocolate chips. In a microwave safe bowl or measuring glass like this, we're going to microwave these together for a total of 1 minute and 30 seconds, but we want to stir at each 30-second mark. So at the 30-second mark, 1 minute, and then again at 1 minute and 30, we're going to stir this. And by the 1 minute and 30-second mark, it should be completely smooth.
Wow!
Okay, this is gonna go into the microwave for 30 seconds and we'll give it a This is going to go into the microwave for 30 seconds and then we'll give it a quick stir. And while that's microwaving, feel free to just because being condensed milk is so good. Come and eat this. It is so good. Come have a taste. Okay, things are getting warm in here, but it's definitely not all the way melted together. We need to cook it for another 1 minute, and to be honest, it probably will be pretty much melted together at the end of 1 minute, but we need to keep cooking it for that 30 seconds so that your fudge will set up. Back to the microwave, we go for 30 more seconds. All of the chocolate chips are melted now, but like I said, microwave for one more 30-second period. Last 30 seconds, here we go, and then we will mix everything together with our cookie dough, and then it will be the hardest part of the recipe, waiting for it to cool. While that's in the microwave, take this time to please give this video a thumbs up if you are enjoying it. Hit the red subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of my recipes coming up. And comment below and let me know what your favorite cookie dough is, because it's totally normal to have a favorite cookie dough. Dun, 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 dun. We're done. See, that was so easy. All right, stirring just to make sure everything is nice and combined. Now let's mix this together with our cookie dough. Make sure to get every last little bit out of your bowl here. And now it is time to mix everything together. Okay, so this is what we should be looking at here. It should be smooth and thick and smell like cookie dough. Let's go grab those chocolate chips out of the freezer, and we're just going to quickly fold them in. Before I grab those out though, let me grab my prepared pan over here. We're going to need a 9x9 pan so that we can quickly pour our fudge into the pan when we're done folding in those chocolate chips. Whew, those are cold. I've prepared my pan here by just placing parchment paper into my 9x9 pan. The parchment paper makes it so it's easy to pull the whole fudge block out and cut it nicely into squares once it is all set up. Let's pour our cold chocolate chips in to the bowl and just fold them quickly to evenly distribute them. Make sure to stir quickly, that way your chocolate chips don't completely melt, and then pour into your prepared pan. Now it's time to toss it in the fridge to chill for at least 2 hours before slicing and cutting your cookie dough. Our cookie dough fudge has been chilling for the last few hours, and now it is time to pull it out and give it a nice cut. Well, there you have the cookie dough fudge that I can't seem to stop eating. It is perfect for parties or, just because you want some cookie dough. The super simple recipe is perfect for every and any occasion, and I hope you absolutely love it.